But you can probably guess. But either way, we're gonna be teaching you everything you need to know about Ross because, well, next patch I don't think Blue Kayn's gonna be too good. Well, first things first, Ross is a champion that is a bruiser. He's not typical bruisers. He's not actually very good into bruisers. He's more of a drain tank. So he's good for frontline. He's good for team fighting. But he's not a 1v1 bruiser. He's a team fight champion. A lot of people need to remember that. He's good at AoE. He's good at getting a lot of people clumped on him because of his survivability aspects with his ult, you know, his healing, his passive, because obviously if you don't know, Kayn doesn't have a passive. Either Blue Kayn has one or Red Kayn has one. And Ross's passive is all of his abilities heal him for scaling percentage amount. And Blue Kayn, well, this isn't a Blue Kayn video, so we'll go over that at a different time. But basically, you want to play him like a frontline tanky boy. And I like to build him damage tanks, so every item that gives you defensive stats and damage, those are my go-to. So your Death's Dance, your Cleavers, your Maw, you know, stuff like that, GA. All very good items, but there's a lot of different itemization you can get on Ross. And there isn't really a definitive build yet, so if you have any build recommendations, feel free to leave them down below. I'll be sure to check them all out. But we're going to be going over Frosty Boy, his great ascension. Well, first things first, your pathing. You usually want to path into melee champions as Ross because the way that you get your red form is you hit melee champions. And those will give you red orbs. You don't need to necessarily rush your form. He's actually a lot more slower pace, a lot more relaxed, as opposed to Blue Kayn, who's very antsy, very fast tempo. Ross plays at a pretty cool, smooth tempo. You can give up objectives, you can give up a lot of early fights, you can just farm your way. As long as you're not overly behind on the enemy jung by the time you get your form, you'll be good. And then when you get your form, pretty much just look to fight every time your ult is up. As long as you have equal numbers, or you know, if you're not terribly behind in gold, you're pretty good to fight. That's usually how I play Ross. I love Red Smite on him. There are some scenarios where you get Blue Smite, like if they have a lot of mobility, but typically I'd go Red Smite because obviously the damage reduction is amazing. And you know, the full clear, it's pretty similar to Blue Kayn, but as I said, you're just pathing more into melee champions as opposed to range champs. Build, we're probably going to go Gore Drinker, and then you can either go Played Steel Calves, Merc Treads, or Ionians. Ionians is kind of just like if you're ahead and you feel like you don't need the extra defensive stats, you can just Merc them all. But most of the time I do get like Played Steel Calves or Merc Treads just to be a even bigger boy in team fights. Make as much as I can. Pretty good clear there, actually. I got a big leash, 306 full clear. Early Cassiopeia rotate into kill, pretty spicy. I didn't expect that to happen. Okay, Graves and Rumble are kind of duking it out. I think I'll just flash on him in case Rumble comes or anyone comes. I want to make sure that this doesn't like hard freeze here. Also want to make sure that he goes like down, not up. Yeah, if I kite him up, then he'll probably beat me up. But I'll look to get an early reset. This is a really good reset. So normally you either get a pickaxe if you have nothing early, or you get an Iron Spike Whip. And we got an Iron Spike Whip, and that is really good. We got a quarter of our orbs. As you notice, you don't get your form nearly as fast as Blue Kayn because, well, we don't have First Strike. And like I said, typically, it doesn't take me too long to get form, but I'd say for Ross, it's more like 8 to 12 minutes as opposed to Blue Kayn, where it's more like, honestly, it's more like 6 to 8 minutes. Usually that's when I get my Blue Kayn form. And that's in high elo as well, so it's not like I'm talking about for lower elos, but that's for like advanced Blue Kayn mains. I wouldn't worry about that. Ross, definitely 8 to 12 minutes is like perfect. And just, you know, play to farm, play to scale. Objectives are your best friends, so make sure, if you can get any early objectives, I definitely say go for it. Because you're going to be team fighting a lot. And your bread and butter. Let's see. I want to put a control word on the objective now. Okay, so we know Talon's down there because he just hit that plant. Or not, he didn't just hit the plant, he killed the scuttle. I hit the plant to see that he killed the scuttle. I said that so backwards, my bad. But yeah, he's probably going to be going down his bot side camps just doing those. He's going to die. I was thinking about looking mid to help, but I didn't think that that would happen. I thought that she would just play back. Maybe she thought I was going to gank, but she didn't even ping for assistance or anything, so I don't know. I'll just egoed it and thought she can get a solo bolo. If I had to say which one I could probably kill between Rumble and Zed, I'd probably Rumble. Let's see, might put a ward and then go. I already have ward. Let's clear that and then go farm Gromp. I don't have to really play like high tempo or play like overly ambitious. I could just farm. Even though solo laners are both getting solo killed. Oh, the end of the world. It's a little bit unlucky, but I mean, it happens, right? Yeah. I'll get boots and Ruby Crystal here. Because of my runes, I don't run Inspiration. I run pretty scaling runes. I run the Conditioning and Revitalize for healing and then extra bonus stats along with Conquer. So I don't get free boots, and I like that because I like the... If I'm ahead early on, I could get like Iron Spike Whip into tier 2 boots, whether that's Plain Steel Caps or Merc Treads or whatever. It's very good combat stats, and if you have very good combat stats, you can look to fight more. So usually Ross is better at longer fights. Blue Kayn's obviously a burst champ, so longer a fight goes, the better. So if you're in a long fight, tier 2 boots can be really good. I don't know if I'm going to rush tier 2 boots this game, maybe, but we'll see. I don't think we get the kill, but we got some orbs. I tried to fast combo by queuing into wall, but she still lived. Maybe I had to queue on top of her so I can get an extra auto or two. That's not good. Okay, Talon's down there, but I get level 6 off this, so if they try and do anything like shove and dive, I can kill them both. Or not both, all three of them, I'd say. I don't think I should have ulted him there because he would just hop the next wall. I don't really have as much gap close or as much mobility as Blue Kayn does, but just doing that kind of zones him off and it gives me more time to just farm. He also isn't able to get the objective, even though obviously his mid just died, so that's pretty good because we're delaying them mid delay game objectives and we're going to outscale them as well. Unless someone on my team tilts and goes like, you know, berserk and starts inting, this is a pretty free win, I'd say. I wouldn't say it's free, but it's lined up to be something that won't really be too hard. Trying to say free, but in a nice way, you know, so I don't sound like a jerk. But, I mean, if you play Ross, the games are a lot smoother. Blue is a lot more, like, bumpy, but people like that because it has higher skill expression because there's so much more potential. But Ross, it's pretty cut, pretty simple, and very strong, so you gotta learn this champion. There he is. We see him. He's got Deathbite already. Oh, Blinky the Panda. Thanks for the 26 months. Welcome back, man. Thank you, Blinky. Blinky, my boy. I'm kind of debating on whether I want to get tier 2 boots here. I mean, I feel like Plated and Merc Treads are both solid options. But maybe I'll just go Plated. I don't know, because of the Talon, right? Okay, I dodged Talon's ulti by doing that. I might die to Zed soon here. Oh no, Zed was over there. Did he just miss? Ah, if I got that kill. I was thinking about flashing for it, and I probably should have. To be honest. Though that was a really good rotation by Naughty Boy. I should have, right? I should have flashed for that kill, but the thing is, if I hold my flash, I could probably use it for another play. My team gets gold. Maybe they'll do well on their own. Plays like that, it's like you can never really know if you're right or wrong because let's say they get the gold and they don't carry. I'm gonna beat myself up over it, knowing, hey, I would have carried with that gold. But let's say hypothetically, I need them to play kind of on their own, which is a lot of Kayn's playstyle, where I kind of just let people do their own thing and I do my own thing and we meet up later for a nice little flow. I mean, I'm just gonna get orbs. I'm just gonna get orbs here, so. Orbs. Come on, give me a red form. Come on! Yeah. Cool. Alright, so a lot of you may or may not know this, but typically the way that orbs work is post minutes. So after like a certain minute marker, you get more orbs, more value for your orb. You always get the same amount of orbs based on like, okay, well, 1 hit equals 1 orb. But the value of that orb goes up with time. And I'd say post 8 minutes, it starts getting a lot higher. So you don't need to force fights before 8 minutes. Even post 8 minutes, you can kind of take your time with it. But like I said, the main thing we want to prioritize now is just the objectives. If we can get the objectives, that's literally Ross's bread and butter. But I don't like to team fight without my ult. That is very dangerous. Because you're kind of not a champion without your ult. I don't want to bait this here too. Okay, so he has none of that, right? He's like really backed up here though. What the hell? Huh? Ah! That was really good reactions by her. Oh my god, this guy is insane! This guy's insane! As you can see, yeah, I'm as soon as I get my form, if I have my ult up and we have equal numbers or even more numbers than them, I'm fighting, I'm team fighting. And that's just how it is. That's just how it is. And it's very simple, very easy. And the best way that you can force team fights, your team's walking with you through an invade or objectives, you know, dragon, rift, all that stuff. Very good, right? I'm going to tell them to be a little bit cautious here. I'm going to go to the top side of the map. Now notice what I said earlier. I want to look to get that rift, which means I'll try and deny them it, but I'm not going to force anything too aggressive because I want to make sure that we have either equal amount of numbers or I have my ult. I'm pretty strong. I would comfortably say I could 1v2 Zed and Talon right now. And that's just knowing my champion because they're both assassins. I'm a bruiser. I understand bruisers are better than assassins. I have the right items. I have red smite. I have gore drinker, you know. I'm pretty strong, but if I don't have my ult, it doesn't matter. None of it matters. Take it all away. Woof. Okay, nice. So yeah, I'm just going to play for this now to make sure that we have the vision control. I think this is the most crucial control ward if you're ever going to try and make a play. And yeah, just playing for the objectives is literally all we need to do. Even Nautilus knows this and he started rotating already. Really good. I have a really good team here. And we could probably send this rift up top if we wanted. Oh, hell no. I'll let Cassiopeia finish this. Nice. I still have some HP in my ult, so I can kind of stick around here. Oh, we got another kill though. That's so crazy. And Cass got the rift. I'm completely fine with Cass getting the rift because got a kill on Rumble. And like I said, see, remember when I said earlier, if I save my flash, that could lead to another play. And my teammate, he can self-sustain himself. He can do well on his own. Oh, it's correct. He started doing really well in that lane. Now they're tilted. Which team tilts first? Legacy or solo queue? I'm here, so I'm willing to fight, but we gotta make sure that we're all here together. I'm really strong, even if I eat the Seraphine ult and whatnot. Oh, I got the ult off. Nice. Hello. Ah, I didn't queue. I kind of want to give it to Cass. Yeah, okay. Because the thing is, I play for team fights, right? So I do need my team to get gold. I do need my team to be a fed. And once I've reached the point of knowing that I'm stronger than the enemy team to where I could 1v2 or 1v3, I don't really need bonus gold, right? I don't really need bonus gold. I'm definitely fine doing my thing. Lost red buff there, but notice I'm still ahead of Talon, higher XP, higher level, higher pressure on the map. And we always have the objectives to fall back on. So that's exactly how you play Ross. It's much smoother. It's not really like too much thought, like, okay, do I need to do this? I need to do that. It's really just straight and simple. It's got to do what you got to do. Ooh, you got the Eclipse proc. You could have won that. Sound didn't have ult there. Yeah, you could definitely see that Ross is he's a really good champion. And next patch, he's going to be the better Kayn. So all my Kayn mains rejoice. We still have a way to play. We still have a way to climb. It is Rosty boy. I'm going to be playing a lot of Ross next patch, so if you feel like you need more to learn, you know, always feel free to subscribe. Always feel free to follow. I stream on Twitch every day. By the way, Twitch chat, if you're watching this, I'm just a YouTuber. I'm not a weirdo talking to myself. I mean, I am a weirdo, but I'm in. Alright, let's see. Itemization. Probably going to go Death Stance. Notice I got an early Ruby Crystal. It's going to build into something eventually, but I just like to get that bonus HP. Because I feel like bonus HP is just always such a nice stat to have when you're playing Bruisers or anyone that plays off sustain and tankiness. So as you can see, my passive, a lot of healing. A lot of people don't know how to use Ross's ult either. Typically, I only ult if I'm like below 20% HP. A lot of people, they ult early on. The only time I'll ult early on is if I need to guarantee killed someone. Like, let's say they're all really weak and one person's fed, and I have, what the hell? And I have the jump on one of them, and all I need to do is use my ult to kill them. Then yeah, I'm gonna ult them, right? But usually you want to save your ult till you're low, like really low. Kind of like Tryndamere, but not too much like him, because you got to be careful burn effects. He really turned around just to do that. Oh, Zed. Don't mind me. Is that Zed trolling? I mean, he has to be, right? With what I just saw. I believe he's talking to himself. The voices. The voices. Alright, so yeah, we can just team fight the dragon now. So we got a nice kill on Rumble. Even got his flash ignite there. I don't have ulti, but as long as my team's there to back me up and they're ahead, I can fight. Because we have 4 bot side, and they're going to be very late, and we could do this pretty fast, so. Can we? Oh, this is getting dicey. This is getting down to the wire. Oh, this is getting down to the wire. I don't like this. Okay, I got one. Got 2. Okay, never mind. That was pretty good. Yeah, as long as we have numbers advantage, we had 4 to their 3. That wasn't really worried. Nautilus is really good too. I don't know if I want to honor though. Nautilus or Cass? I don't know. Yeah, but Death Stance, pretty much if you're wondering what item to get, Death Stance or Cleaver. I usually say if they have a lot of armor stacking, go Cleaver. If they don't, go Death Stance. And if they have a lot of AP, you can go Maw into Cleaver, or Maw into whatever item you feel is best. Good. Do you ever level your E second? No. I don't think so. Wait, do I? Yeah, I do. When I start red, I do. Q, E, and then E over there. Just, when I start red, I do. When I start blue, I start W second. Hi, Car. What's up, alright, Rena? Alright, so in like 200 gold, go the reset. 25 seconds, it will be a Rift as well. Usually they like to fight on scuttles, and they like to fight in their jungle, and they like to fight on objectives, so there's like the 3 key ways to force them to fight you. Never want to like tower dive unless you're like overly ahead and overly confident. Notice I don't play like overly aggressive, I play like the perfect amount of aggressive, where I'm making sure that I'm getting like all the things I need to get. Like sometimes I'll make a stupid play, but at least I'm making sure, okay, well we're getting the dragon, we're getting the rift, we're getting all our farm. We're not gonna like be missing out on anything too heavy, right? He's gonna try and ulti both of us. Oh no, he's just gonna try and all in. Alright, so now I have that stance. But I'm probably gonna take Rift first and then do it. Objectives are objectives. We gotta get the bot tower because we don't have the tier 1 bot tower yet. It's always good to get all the T1 towers down. I hope to open the map up. Wait, what? Hey, wake up. So Death Stance, it's an item that deals a bleed, which is like a damage over time effect. So you got to be a little bit more careful with your ulti. I'd say you only want to ult when you're below like 30% HP. It goes up like a whole 10% because I've died. I think every single one of us, every single Kayn main out there has died in their Death Stance a lot. That's kind of why I didn't like Death Stance for so long. But once you get around using it, it's pretty good. It's really good actually. It's like one of the best items you could buy in the game. So like that. Notice I buy a lot of control words too. It's because I'm a team play champion when I play Ross. But just because you're a team play champion does not mean you can't 1v9. When you get to a certain item threshold, like, what the hell? Zed has a tier. Okay, well, I was going to say, at this point, I could 1v4 them comfortably. Whichever 4 you want, doesn't matter. Any 4. Take away the Zed, I can 1v4 them easily. And that's with Gold Drinker, Death Stance, Ruby Crystal. So just because I'm a team play champion does not mean I can't 1v9, right? Okay, well, I just realized Zed's trolling, so, that's good news. It means a free win. I was gonna say I was gonna go bot and like, play normally, but I think we just dive on them and force. I think Mr. Zed has had enough. He's gonna take all of Talon's camps. Hello, Cupic, what's up? Oh, look, they FF'd. Oh, GG. Hope you boys and girls learned something about Rust.